That's why it's pointless to correct a mocker. Why? 3 reasons, very quickly. Number 1, you will be insulted. In verse 7a, it says, whoever corrects a mocker invites what? Insults. So you will be insulted. Number 2, you will be abused. Okay, you will be abused. Verse 7b, whoever rebukes the wicked incurs abuse. Okay, and the third reason is you will be hated. Verse 8a, do not rebuke mockers or they will hate you. And so it's folly to correct a mocker. They refuse to learn spiritual truth, and their rebuttal only brings pain to you. Trying to challenge one who mocks truth, integrity, and wisdom to change his ways will only intensify his resentment and anger towards you. Okay, so it's no point to do that to the mocker. Why does wisdom's effort to instruct the foolish so often fail? Simply because the foolish are foolish. They are not foolish because they have not received instruction. They are foolish because they just love what is folly and hate what is good. The mocker just likes to mock. Wisdom, however, may scoff at the foolish, but that's because she hates folly and desires what is good for the fool. The mocker merely mocks somebody. He mocks because he likes to belittle others. It makes him feel important, and gives him a false sense of being wise. To learn from wisdom, the mocker then will have to take a humble position so that he could receive the knowledge he does not have. He will have to admit that others know more than him, and he hates such a position, and thus will hate anyone who tries to teach him. Now, in contrast to the mocker who is firmly connected to wickedness, the wise man is firmly connected to godliness or righteousness. Let's look at the responses now of the wise to correction. Verse 8 and 9. First reason is, when you correct a wise person, he will love you. Okay? Rebuke the wise, and they will love you. This attitude stems from the fact that he wants to be in the right relationship with the Lord, and so he welcomes correction. So it is far better to invest our time in those who will be teachable, so that because they appreciate you whenever you point out to them the wrong they did, so that they can learn from it. Number 2, the wise will grow in wisdom. Verse 9a says, instruct the wise, and they will be wiser still. The more he receives instruction, the wiser he gets. Thirdly, he will grow in understanding. Okay, verse 9b, teach the righteous, and they will add to their learning. A wise man has the teachable spirit that has the capacity and desire to grow in godliness. So the more they learn from it, the wiser they become, and just add to their learning. Now, I know every one of us, we face days when it feels as if nothing is going right. People find fault with what you do, and you think nothing can please them. Correction in the form of criticism, whether justified or not, isn't pleasant to receive. Norman Vincent Peale, author of the popular book, The Power of Positive Thinking, said that the trouble with us is that we would rather be destroyed by compliments than saved by criticism. We don't really like when somebody says to us, you're not doing that right, You should have done that better. He's better than you, huh? It hurts when someone who has never done your job or is trying to learn your trade tells you, hey, you aren't doing good in your job, or you aren't doing it right. You met such people? Oh, is it that only I met those? What really hurts is when somebody who isn't living a Christian life starts pointing out to you the mistakes that you made. Hey, you are a Christian and you act like that. I thought you're supposed to be righteous or something like that. Sounds familiar? Well, listen, as painful as it is, we need to listen to criticism, no matter what the source is. What you are being told might not be from a pure motivation, but then you need to ask yourself whether they are accurately pointing a problem you are ignoring. You see, often we don't face the real truth about ourselves.